Welcome to the Varasi video. In the series of program management videos, in the last video, we saw how to create program, how to add multiple sessions to the program and the logic behind adding the sessions. Now, in this last video of the program management, we will see how to create enrollments for the program, how do we manage the expenses versus budget in the program, and we'll also see the analytics around the program management. Let me touch the data model quickly, and then we will go over to the Salesforce org where we have program management live in the action. So in the first video, we covered the entire overview of the program management. In the second video, we covered location, program, and how to add sessions. In this video, we'll see how do we handle enrollments in terms of volunteer, student, or instructor. How do we manage the attendance for the session against the enrollments? And we'll also see how do we manage expenses against the budget of the program. So let me go to the Salesforce instance where we have program management. I'm on the program Salesforce admin training. Okay. Now we have added multiple sessions to the program. We have added start date, end date. We have also added weekly occurrences on the program. Now let's add enrollments for our program. So I'll go to the related list. Here you'll find enrollment related list. I have already enrolled few volunteers, instructor, and students. So you can go click on new. Enrollments can be of three types. So a volunteer, you can enroll a volunteer. You can also enroll an instructor for that program, and you'll enroll attendees or the students. Okay. So these attendees basically look up to a contact. So let me add Barbara Levy as a student. So role is student here. Now let me talk about this role drop down. So here you'll find a student, instructor, and volunteer as three different roles for the enrollment. We are also handling the uniqueness of the enrollments, meaning now let's say Barbara Levy enrolls as a student, so she cannot enroll as instructor or volunteer. So that validation we have in the system. Also, status can be confirmed waitlisted. So if we exceed the capacity, it will automatically go into the waitlisted status. If some of the enrollments get cancelled, so you can mark those as a cancelled, so it will be excluded from the capacity management. So right now I'll mark it as confirmed. Okay. So this is about handling the enrollments. Okay. Now let's go back to the program and see how can we assign performance, meaning the instructors and the volunteers. So for example, I have added John Lee as a performer. You will see a lead checkbox here. I'll tell you the reason behind it. So we can add multiple contacts as a performer. So in that case, if you want to know who is leading the workshop or that session, so for that tracking purpose, we have added lead as a checkbox. So you can check the checkbox to get to know that this person or this instructor is leading this program or the workshop. You can also assign the volunteers. It is again look up to the contacts. So you can add the contact. You can also mention the volunteering hours. You can obviously assign and unassign the volunteers from the program. So this was all about enrollments on the program. Now let's look at the important aspect of tracking the attendance. So here attendance we are tracking based on the session. So let me go to one of the session. So here there's a lightning component called attendance. So there are three enrollments for this session. So you can handle the attendance component and manage the attendance for the enrollments. So there are simple checkboxes that you can manage. Also, let's consider a scenario as a program manager or a program coordinator. You are running a program and you're not carrying your device. You just have a mobile and you still want to manage the attendance component from your mobile. So here I'm showing you the Salesforce One mobile simulator. Okay. So this is one of the session over here, and as it's all lightning components, so it's readily available on the mobile also. So here you'll see the lightning icon which says add attendance. Click on that, so that way you can add the attendance and you can update attendance on the go. So this was the cool mobile case that we have built. As these components are lightning, so they are compatible with mobile devices as well as desktops. So this was all about marking the attendance. Now let's look at the expenses side of the program. So I'll go back to the program. As we saw in the part 2 that we have specific budget for the program that you can decide at while the planning of the program. You can also add expenses as you're progressing with the program. So if you go to the related list, you'll find expenses. You can add the new expense. Is the program name is there, you can add the expense name. You can select the session for which it occurred, or it can be a generic expense for the entire program. You can add amount, transaction date. If there are certain vendors that you are managing in your Salesforce, so you can select those vendors also. So that way, you're tracking the expenses against the budget. Now, we saw entire program management. Now, for the execs or a program manager, if they want to measure the impact and the effectiveness of the program, they certainly require some kind of reporting on this app. So we have provided ready to use reports. So you'll find the reports in Program Management App. So if you go to all folders, you'll see Program Management as one of the folder, and you'll see multiple reports inside it. So here I have sample data. So you'll see some sample reports like enrollments by location, location-wise program, program with attendance report. All these reports are readily available. You can also build custom reports on top of it. So this was all about program management. About in this video, we saw how to create enrollments, how to mark attendance against those enrollments, how do we track expenses versus budget in the program, and we also saw the analytics aspect of the program management. So this is the end of 3-part series of the program management. So I will highly suggest you to go to the AppExchange and download the program management app and start using the program management app. If you face any issues, you can always reach out to us. Thank you for watching all the videos of the program management series, and stay tuned with Varasi videos. Thank you.